and just have fun. Oh, and she don't wanna hear no love song. She just wanna drink rum and take a jam down.
Once again, it's your friend Sizwe. I want to welcome you to What They Do. Hey yo, once again, it's your friend Sizwe, and we in sunny Trinidad. Yeah. What they do? You know what they do. What they do is the place where we say what's up, what's poppin', what's going on. And here today, we say what they do Trinidad. Yo, we sponsored by JJ Smokehouse. We inside, it's lovely inside. And I can't wait to show you what we have for you today. Real artists, real vibes, real everything. Once again, what they do. Now you know what they do. What they do is a place where we say what's up, what's poppin', what's going on. And today, we in Trinidad. And again, we say, what is he seeing? What is he seeing? Listen, I got a special guest in the building. He really needs no introduction again. We hitting him out the park this time. He's known as Ilandboy, the Ilandboy Preedy. Yo, Preedy.
Is you good?
Was he seeing us?
I did.
Can I say that? Was he seeing us? All right?
Yeah. Right. Come on.
Good.
Man,
what's good, man?
I did come, just the black, handsome, humble. Just chilling.
Well, first of all, man brought his shades, so let me put on my shades.
This is our kind of shades like podcast.
Let me put on my shades.
Keep your poker face. Keep your poker face poker in, that kind of way.
It's pretty.
Yeah, man.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for coming.
Of course.
You're I think you're starting to become a real life living legend in the Soca thing.
Man.
And for you to extend your time, valuable time to me is absolutely appreciated for me and for the viewers. So, Preedy, when I ask you is, when it comes to this Soca thing, right? When you are putting together your projects, what are the things that need to be in place in order for you to absolutely ensure that you're touching people in a sense where like they're feeling your music? Because clearly you're doing that every time you launch.
I don't have a set method. It all comes down to like the mood. Sometimes you see the energy leaning towards more aggressive power type stuff. So I try to just touch on all pointers for me. I always like to give, for sure, the ladies, always like to focus on music for the ladies heavily. Something fast, something slow, something chanty, something lyrical, something stupid, something just, in the school, in class with your school friends and all, they beating the table and bing bum, bing bum, bumper bouncing around, bing bum, bing bum, bumper bouncing around.
Is that your wallet fall on the floor?
Bing bum,
bend over, pick it up.
Is that, yeah. Clip that, I think some bing bum.
Man, yeah. So it's just really focused on maintaining a relationship with the ladies, and something that just, I don't know, is attractive in a sense of maybe you could recollect. It's easy to understand, remember.
Yeah, for sure. I have a bigger female market than male supporters, but and I have a weird theory whereas I hate socialists. I find the height of insanity is to pay money to go into a space and do the opposite of what that space requires. So for me, I always have the theme of, listen, if ladies enjoying themselves, if ladies whining and dancing, fellas, what they go get through. So I just like to see myself as the greatest wingman Soca's ever created. I'm there to support my brothers. I just be on stage and at that time I seen a brother get embraced in front of my face and hey, my sister, what you doing? You don't know what I stand for.
Yeah.
Stop it. Give him a wine, man. Ugly men need love too. As an ugly man, we have to look out for your brothers on them all day.
Has it always been Soca?
No. I started off doing dancehall. I did reggae. I rap for a point in time. If you go online, I have a couple of songs with Ambassador Entertainment. That was like a boys group. A couple of my friends used to dance together. We started singing. I have a song I just laugh at called Bad Man Christmas. We was destroying Santa Claus. we get Santa Claus on this track. Don't the Rudolph get it. So I mean, I always explore. I didn't grow up predominantly into soca, but then after bit by bit, I just continue, falling in love with it. I dance in soca manner. I can't think for other artists, so I kept on, just getting experience and stuff like that.
So how was that? Like, so was the dream to sing soca, or was it a moment, right? So you did reggae, you did hip hop, you ended up dancing. That's just something that you did, and then you ended in soca. You ended up in soca.
Yeah. It was like a trial and error, but I always wanted to be an artist. I always wanted to sing, but you never know the process. Coming from where I come from too, is not to say people readily available that you could go to, and sometimes when they try, because of you ain't coming as polished as they would like. They don't see the potential. So you get the nose, you get the closed doors, you get the comment, and then after the phone ringing for 7 hours, you never get on to the person. So for me, it was a trial and error, but I never wanted to be a dancer. I never even wanted to be a songwriter. These is things that I happened to do when I was turned away from the music, and I felt like I just wanted to just be active, So.
You said from where you come from, it's not maybe readily available, or certain things not ready. Where is this space? Like, who is Preedy off of the stage? Who is this?
A human. I live day to day. I still have the same stresses sometimes, but coming from Maloney, coming from the ghetto, honestly, there's not really much options that you could see yourself being something greater than the 4 walls that you go up around. And then when you hear about people making it and stuff like that, it's not to say you see a lot of them come back to basically get a tip on, to make it this way, and I made it by that way and stuff like that. So, for the advice that I did get coming up, it was super valuable. And sometimes I would say, I'm going to make it in 2 years. And somebody will say, nah, I can't tell you when you're going to make it, but we're close. And I take it
so
as
that happened?
Yeah, enough times. I take it as this. And I, stopped singing, start dancing. I was in Soca Star. I came second to last. Cry for that. I sting. And even after that, I gave up. So it was always a love-hate relationship with music.
And what kept you going? Second to last.
It's something deep inside, but I can't explain it, where you just feel like you're meant to do something greater than. That is it. You're just meant to do something greater than. You don't have a what is, and that is why I started to say that I want to be a legend, because I was never interested in being a star, because seeing stars as fall, fade, burn out. I never wanted to be a celebrity, because, plenty of these guys just go crazy, man. That depression up there is crazy. So for me, I wanted to be something that I know when I decide to close my eyes and stuff like that, they will be talking about me for decades and decades. I will be able to inspire and promote and help other youths achieve something. So
is there a guy who you saw and was like, yeah, I could do that? Or was there a moment where you felt like, yeah, wait, this is Preedy?
I just always talk about this moment because, like, I was in Maloney school and Marshall did a video in Maloney. And just seeing him running up and down the corridors, I was like, wait, boy, if this man could be, he running my living, that could be me, Natty Dread. And I was like, at that point, that was like probably one of the moments where I was like, maybe I could do this, You look like me, sound like me, So that was probably one.
That's interesting. I don't know if you would have seen some of the clips that I've put out, but there's some talk about soca and other genres, bouillon, dennery, jab, right? As I asked my last guest, is it okay to classify these genres as soca, or are we supposed to respect what it is, or what they say they call it, and call it that?
I think it goes both ways, For certain circles, it's okay to say the N-word. It's okay. But in other circles, we don't say that. So, I mean, because they are the creators of that subgenre or genre of soca, or not soca, for me, if I talking to somebody and you so, turned about it that you want, hey, I respect your wishes, my
Richard.
brother, but we have to understand where it is, you know, where the inspiration come from with the sound. And I think instead of separating itself, a lot of people do, it is always have 100 different subgenres with that island pop and this and that, all these things. And to me, I found the disadvantages is try to separate itself from the bigger scope instead of just being a part and parcel. Because when they say, hey, Soca ain't something good this year, but the Bouillon something good, yo, round of applause. Yeah, we appreciate that because now in this really race of life and chatting and stuff like that, now we have a comrade that is being successful, so we could applaud and sit down and learn and dissect the genre, and a soca artist could sing a bouillon, not because he trying to just milk it, but he trying to learn from it and see what makes bouillon so amazing that we could add the flavor to it. And so to me, it is all about understanding and respecting. My point of view is we all one, you know. Same as is like when you talk about Africa, you can say Africa when you have black people, it's South Africans, it's Egyptians.
But to the world, all African music is Afrobeats.
That is
To the world, on
Yeah.
a big scale, right? Now, on an individual level, right, you have Amapiano and you might have Afro House, right? But from a big picture, I think, I think that's the case.
and what matters in the end? The big picture.
The big picture,
Yeah.
right? So I guess that's my question about this soca thing and this hard line in the sand about, well, nah, this is Denry, you know, and I don't know if that
So-
is helping the product coming out of the crib.
I don't think it would. I don't think it would, depending on if we are able to take a eraser and erase the line slowly, respectfully. You know, still give Jack his jacket by not saying that, hey, you here because I think at the end of the day, everybody wants to be a part of something, but still feel like individually you've contributed this large amount. So just like funny enough, you say Denry, one of my biggest songs in my career is a Denry, which is Lost and Found. Most few people even knew that in the comments. Most of people were saying that is bouillon. Few people from St. Lucia or the Lucians would know that is Denry. So should they get vexed that people calling it bouillon and it's not? Or should I be turned up and say, hey, no, it's not Denry, it's soca? To me, I wrote it on the beach in St. Lucia, having a conversation with my brethren CD, who's a Lucian artist, on how could I make this song so infectious that I would create a song that the minute you hear it, you had to whine, because that is one flavor I wanted out of Denry.
Big up CD, who's friend of the
Of course,
family. Yeah.
Mob.
Yeah, so when now you say, all right, you did a Denry, right? Is it okay for people to consider it a soca?
Yeah, it is a soca.
It is a soca.
Yeah, man. Because it has all the materials of being a soca. Is the difference between building a bike, a tricycle, and a motorcar. It have an engine. It have all the Denry elements because it was written in St. Lucia. So primarily, if the Lucians want to say Preedy is a Denry first and a soca, hey, have at it. Have at it if that is what you feel. But I'm a soca artist from Trinidad and Tobago that went to write a Denry. So either way, you're not wrong. Everybody want to be right. You know what? Everybody right. Nobody wrong. Either way you want to slice a pizza, it could be a circle, square, triangle, rectangle, it's still pizza.
We're hearing some talk too about, since this bouillon subject, and that is that Ras Shorty I went to Dominica and interacted with some of the Dominican legends of their genre and came back and then developed soca, and so therefore soca is absolutely has some Dominican roots. Would that necessarily be true, you think? If, let's say he did go.
No. Yeah. My frustration with that statement is like everybody trying to find a little piece of it. So it's like, if that happened, right, and you had the proof, what if they have proof and you could find the 3 Dominicans that he sit down with? Would that would strengthen the argument, right? That would make the argument.
For me, no.
Yeah, it wouldn't shrink the argument.
Not for me.
Why wouldn't it shrink the argument?
Because I co-wrote a song with Julian Belief, right? Mm-hmm. One of the biggest songs this year out of the Bahamas, right? And they have a style called Rake and Scrape, right? And I wrote the hook, some of the verses, and I don't think that takes away from Rake and Scrape, right? And that doesn't, to me, it doesn't make Rake and Scrape now soca because Sizwe had involvement in it, right? It's still Rake and Scrape. And I just have a vibe and I'm a creative, and so we created this project, but it's absolutely Rake and Scrape.
But it still would, the point would be is that they had a part to play in it. So if they had concrete proof, let me just say that concrete proof, then it still wouldn't give the fact, it wouldn't take away from the fact that a Trini took elements, and without him, who is the chef, the pot would never exist.
Okay.
So that is the ifs and end with it. My whole thing is listen, Bouillon is winning right now. Forget about the fight and focus on the success.
Okay.
Forget about the half empty and focus on the liquid that you have that you can make something out of, because right now everybody championing Bouillon, and we've seen it happen numerous times that you start to focus on the fight so much that you forget to enjoy the success that you already have in. Everybody that's had a time. Same thing you say, yes, the world knows Afro beats, but now there's Amapiano had the time. It had Afro trap style that coming up right now, that doing big numbers, and then because Afrobeats was the vehicle that got you to be interested in it. Now you're starting to diversify your taste by searching out different sub-genres, and the Ghanaian have a style, and the Somalians have a style and stuff like that. So to me, I think everybody should just enjoy the fruits of what's going on right now. Soca is doing amazing. The minute we start fighting amongst ourselves, that is when we lose sight of the whole goal. Which is to prove to the world that we are a prominent genre that is worth investing in, that is worth respecting, and we just do something as a genre of music that no other genre of music does do on the drop of a dime.
And that's what?
Make you forget your depression and get a dose of joy within your heart, your soul, your mind, and your waistline. There's very few genres that could do that. Even if you're having a bad day and now get home, you walk into a room and see a woman lying on top of a man. When I say I fed up it on, I tell you this joke I'm making. We just find a way to spin the negative into positive. So people, let's go from laughing at you to laughing with you. So somehow we just find a way to celebrate even in the dark times, and that is where soca come from. That is not soca, that is where carnival, the kabule, the struggle, the kaiso, calypso, that is where it derives from. So I think in understanding that, I think the world will start to respect it a little bit more, but we need more unity to go forward. We just always talk about, Afrobeats, they was able to go global because they stand as one. All right, cool. I sure plenty of them don't like each other.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's one mission. So
you think that's the case, or you think it has more to do with the numbers of the baseline, the foundation, like the number of listeners?
No, obviously the number of listeners is also definitely a big part. But still, look at it in terms of the number of events versus the number of events they have. Yes, they probably do 50,000 events in terms of number, capacity. Look at how much events you do in the space of a month. 150 events got cancelled this carnival, and it still had over 200 and some plus events. That's insane. So, to me, the genre will continue to grow because everybody who listens to soca tends to fall in love organically. And that is something I think we don't harness as much as we should. You know, we don't market it as much as we should. We could increase the numbers. Numbers are manipulated every single day. If it's numbers, we could get them numbers. We could give them performance.
What's the process? What's the your writing process going into a space? You know, some people have to write to music. Some people could write without music. Some people don't write at all. Do you have a particular process that belongs to Preedy?
I think I have I think I just suffer from a slight case of dyslexia and ADHD. So my brain is operating real crazy. So I love to freestyle, but I don't freestyle like hearing the beat over and over. Like the first thing that come out my head when I hear a beat that I like tends to normally be the hit. Like Your Bad was a freestyle from top to bottom. I just tweak a couple words. Down to Gimme Waist. Gimme Waist has a lot of freestyle elements. So very few times I sit down, I've actually now started sitting down and going through and going into words and changing around stuff, because I realize sometimes it has been a little bit surface level and I want to improve on my dialect and similes and metaphors, but I just freestyle. I just come and freestyle whole song. Freestyle just, and then we pick out the best one.
So it's not pen to paper?
No, most times no. I do have a lot of songs that are written, but most times it's putting down melodies or stanzas or similes that are like poems, that are like moods, that are like song ideas and stuff. Or when I finish freestyle, I write down everything after that.
There's so much to talk about with you as it relates to you. But seeing how we at this space where we're talking about freestyle, and you are the freestyle king.
Champion.
Extempo freestyle. What is that?
I came third in the Extempo this year, and I am the freestyle champion, defending freestyle. This is my second time winning the competition.
And so for the listener who might not know the difference between a freestyle and an extempo, or is that just a unique competition it's the Trinidad? So
extempo is more the traditional type of freestyle. That is where you hear the ba ba da ba dum ba dum ba dum ba ba da ba dum ba dum ba dum ba ba da ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum Santi Maniti. Right now you know we in Trini, and Sizwe is here questioning me. What they do is the name of the thing, and trust me, I didn't know I would have sing unless I would have sent Sizwe in voice, because he had to pay me more than voice. I'm telling you, I the champion. I want you to understand and do run. And then the freestyle is just like you're rapping soca wise on it. So
man, you guys just got a whole extempo there. Right? I just want to make sure you're clear. Right? We have big artists in the thing. You know what I'm saying? Right? Yeah. So extempo third place, freestyle first place. Are you going into these these events or these competitions prepared, or do you have to prepare, or is it just because you're just great and you're good?
Well, Extempo definitely, in terms of the topic, you had to be aware and up to date with all local news going on the ground. Because you could get a topic that you know about, you might get some punch and bagel, and you know nothing about punch and bagel. So this year, I definitely try to pay attention to what's going on, the topics on the ground, issues that are going on the ground. So that's for that. And in terms of performances, now, again, a little bit more braver. And instead of addressing the crowd while talking, I trying to freestyle what I want to say. So like we say, the traditional where they're coming from, any foreigners in the house, I trying to put that into a freestyle and freestyle so that the foreigners know, hey, big up Toronto, Miami, Canada, St. Lucia, wherever you're from, even if you come from further, but all of is family, because you representing we red, white and black, and you ain't here for free. Then put up your hands if you love sweet tea and tea, and then go into the chorus. And so I try to, be a little bit different now in the way I approach my performance and stuff like that.
Are you into battle rap?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who's your guy?
The most disrespectful is Arsenal, boy. Hey, boy, nah, man. But Charlie Clips is one of my favorite. I like this one. But I don't like him. I did like him. I find he real bad, but just because he make that move with Remy, I find that he taint the whole legacy.
The black captain.
Yeah, but he is that man always fighting for his life, and out of nowhere he just shows. So I do watch a lot of battle rap and stuff like that.
So is there a space in our genre or our community where we could get a battle or MC situation?
Yes, of course. The space is being is being shown right in front of us. Obviously it's a little bit more commercial, so the thing that you would say in a battle rap you can't. But the formula right now is a new competition, so they're testing out the formula right now.
Okay. So you're saying that the freestyle format that we currently have is what the battle rap thing.
It's a commercial.
Could be.
Yeah, it's a commercial side of it. But in Extempo, man, telling me about the modern thing. I see this guy. Oh gosh, he's blind. Sorry. Oh gosh, I'm spacing out right now, but he blind and he telling you where you grew up and thing. He telling you what color shoes you have on. He tell somebody like, he tell Gypsy like, you like your wife get pregnant and you carrying the baby. What kind of disrespectful thing is that?
Yeah.
So, you know, you do have it, but the space is there. To anybody who have a freestyle and talent and thing, I welcome them to come in. You know, I don't go in to try and be the dominant person. I improve every single time I go in the competition. So I like a challenge, man.
Are you anybody who you know could beat you if they enter?
Anybody, just who come better on the day.
Who's better on the day?
I was a little bit nervous for Orlando Octave. I can't beat you up. Second star, underrated. Very bad. I think second, just need that 2 session, but he get beat up. I was waiting for Squeezy to beat up Squeezy too. And all these guys is my partners. Honestly, I in my head, I want to be able to go up against guys like Garland and stuff like that. You know, the Viking. You know, even if it's just like a friendly competition and it's just...
We had Ziggy here. Could he enter and
of course.
mash up?
Of course. There are plenty men with freestyle talent. Marshall could real freestyle.
Yeah.
Marshall, I see Marshall was freestyle and thing enough times, but you know, bunch just own the lane. But there are plenty people. I don't think like Thanos at all. No. That is how Thanos get beat. He thought he was invincible. He thought he had the perfect
I think
plan.
he's Thanos right now.
No. I have that Thanos energy. I have to emit the energy. Another champion.
Yeah, listen, I wanted to ask you about your carnival, right? Are you more into the Juve or are you or the Monday and Tuesday mass?
I tell you, I had dyslexia. I you know, like how we smoke, I like different things at different times. I think Chupe is perfect for this animalistic, archaic emotion that you just want to release. Because sometimes in the all-inclusive, everybody's standing up and watching each other. And it's like, yo, come on, bro. It's like, listen, the clothes I have on is not yours. We don't spend $1,500 to be inside there already, you $300 US or whatever. We wasting time right now, not doing what we come here to do.
We went to a few parties as we got here, and it just felt like, and maybe it was the parties that we went to, but it just felt like fun is not
on the agenda.
Yeah,
on the agenda.
You know, it's the crazy thing is like everybody trying to look fun and not actually be fun. One of the best boat rides I've went, Lady Lava boat ride, was insane. And I went another one with Just Now. Can't remember the ex name, but shout out to them. But that phone, that
Just Now, Keshav?
Yeah. That event specifically said, no phones. You're not allowed to record. And from the time I step onto the boat, people was going insane. And I think that is another thing now where everything you do is recorded, or even if you want to act silly, you don't know who recording you. Somebody just want to laugh at you. So I think definitely the phones out, definitely just have us in our zone. And then for me now, I just embody blacks when I performing.
Okay.
I cuss in here. With love.
Yeah.
Blacks is a man will buff you with love.
Yeah.
I literally, will you come here to, you sat whole performance you saw. Will you come? Tell me where's your problem. Stop the music. Just now, hold up. Tell me what's going on with you right now. Man problem, woman problem, you need 100. Tell me what I could do right now to change your mood. Because I feel like whatever money they're paying me is not enough or not good enough to get you to smile. And if I can get you to smile, I going home a champion. And then it are some places that, you know, you just go and blacks is, hey, letting you have it. Or you so and so shop it out.
Yeah.
Come in.
Yeah.
Or you stand up in the back, so come up. Or they don't wait until I reach like Marshall.
Yeah, I went on a Soca boat ride and blacks perform and I wouldn't say the DJ team because I could say, But they started to play some reggae, and Blacks came on the mic. He wasn't performing, but he was there. And he came on the mic, he's like, yo, like, what's wrong with you? Like, you guys are, like, this is a soca boat, right?
Yeah.
You know, he had no qualms about letting you know that he had a problem with something. Yeah.
Of course. Of course, and that is one thing I admire about Blacks too. He was a man was not afraid to defend the culture. You know, and he and P Lane, you know, one time. So that is why I just always deal with him.
How many years are you singing soca? And I mean, in a state where you have created a name. How many years has that been?
I think about 12 years.
12 years, right? So there was a certain time where you were part of the new crew, the new guys, right? And so
Green
now
Mango, they used to call me out.
Green Mango days.
Yeah. Because when girls hold me on to me, we hot and belly. Yeah.
So listen, right? Oh boy. Listen, so you were amongst a new age of soca artists, and now there seems to be a new age.
Yeah, man.
Right? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about maybe moving into a more mature space in the music? And do you think that you have a role to play? And what I mean by role is like mentorship, teaching, right?
Yeah, man. First off, love it. Love them because you see where I've seen them shown up multiple years over and over. Case in point, Gimme is an artist I've been trying to get to sing soca since we did a song called Pray. And it was a resounding. This was one of my big songs. And he just wasn't on it. So to see him come this year and do action and running on stage and short man whining, he was singing Batman music a couple years ago. So I'm extremely happy. Guys like Tevin Hartman, who, you're seeing his vocals getting better, his stage performance, Rashawn G, Ray, Sucre, there's so many artists, Paris Coutin, Christo is a person I actually went down south to try and this kind of vibes with Christo, help him work on his stage presence and performance a little bit. And not even because he called me, it was just our vibes. I was in South here in my studio and we just started vibing and he reminded me. So I think this generation definitely a lot more thankful. A lot of us are able to be big brothers and I was always a big brother, so I just always try and give a man a heads up, if he doing something, try and steer him in the right direction. So.
Is having a big brother probably one of the most important big brother in soca? Of
course, Blacks was a father figure to many. Just ask the list. Black said he said the list he wanted. Numerous times Blacks asked me to join Roy Cape, and the youth man in me was just like, I thought this going on here, I want to be dealing with this, and he never watch face. Never, ever watch face. He always still invite me back. At that time, I was in Mocha, and the cast was too stacked. And when they'll try and couldn't, and I couldn't go on with the band I practice with, and Black said, them fellas I saw, and Black's cut his set. So, and give me 5 minutes, and I tell Blacks that's all I needed. So it goes a long way in an industry that is extremely difficult, extremely hard to gauge where you're at as an artist, to have, artists that older than you and they longer than you looking out for you, getting your advice and things.
You said that Blacks gave you some time, 5 minutes, and that's all you needed.
Yeah.
That's all you needed to do what?
To show them who I am, to introduce myself to the industry.
Right. And I purposely asked you that question because I wanted to lead into the art of performing, right? From my vantage point, I don't know if this is true, but if I think about it, I think it's either you have it or you don't. Do you think that's the case, or you can learn it?
Yeah, you can definitely learn it. There's some people who can't perform, but the awkwardness makes them entertaining. Because the main point about it is about being entertaining. I don't, it has certain genres who, shall be named, we just really hype them up, but them is horrible performers. You know, I think in soca itself, we have some of the best performers because we have some of the best entertainers. Because even if you didn't like the song, somehow we had to get it to move. Else you're not getting paid. It's a presence type industry where you have to be present. You have to be on stage singing your song.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of big artists, well, not a lot. There's artists with mega monster songs and can't perform it and you don't see them again. Have a nice day. Rock it up, rock it up.
So what makes you such a great performer? The ability to stop your show and to say, hey, what you doing? Or, right? All of that is skill because there are some men, if you stop their shows, if there's a mistake or the DJ mess up or the band mess up, they're finished. Right? So like what is it about you that has that control?
I believe in there's a perfection and imperfection. And being able to adapt and adjust to any situation has been my whole life. I moved over probably over 10 times, probably 15 times in my life. So being able to adjust in any single situation and be comfortable quick is literally what I needed to do to maintain my sanity. If I don't get comfortable here, and you know, I would it would throw off every single thing. So I had to either make friends fast or know how to adjust to different situations. 1 minute I'm in the ground, next minute I live in Caroni, going to Hindu school, next minute I back going Excel Composite on the beat. I'm like with my brethren just see running up and down on the beat. Then boom, I back in Maloney, then boom, I back Tobago, I back Kamoto.
So that improved your ability to relate then?
Yeah. I feel like I could fit in any circle. The only thing right now is I just learning the Happy Birthday song in Hindi. Once I learn that, I'm mashing up the place. Can't stop, man. Telling you.
Yo, is there anything in soca that you wish could come back? Right? Element of soca that.
My goal is to bring back beer back in fit, bro. And as somebody who was always a thick man, my whole life I order my 6-pack about 4 years now. I never get it because they mess me up on the port and the duty fee's killing me right now.
Yeah.
So I still wait on that 6-pack. I get 2, but I have to sell it. I get too expensive to maintain. Pre-workout. I have to sell that, right? But I'm going out and taking it on next one, you know. My dream is, I saw a video of Super Blue.
I do find sometimes your suit on them must be a little tight.
No, yo, listen, I once 2 sandwich, 800 pounds, bro. 2 sandwich, I eat that after 12, 800 pounds. I play on one time, people feel it easy for me. This jersey was a medium, I'm going to try to me now, because I grind through the season like a dog. And, I mean, to me, that is probably one of my biggest issues. I controlling my weight is being insane, bro. And it's still like we in an image-based society.
Yeah.
So, you know, even though I just identify myself as, you know, I like being ugly, man. You know, I like being ugly and ruggedly handsome, because when pretty boys like cameraman, they walking through front door, we jumping through window. You know? It's more exciting. You think you're better than me, you know?
Oh boy.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, the struggle, I was always my back always against the wall. I feel like I always had to be fighting to prove myself or stand out and either underrated or as the person that they don't see coming and stuff like that. So you know, I've learned to just play on that, and as I say, if they give me 5 minutes, I learn to make that 5 minutes work. Nowadays, even show off on them, because when they just want to tell me, I have 5 minutes every day, I say, all right, how much songs you want me to perform? 2. I say I could perform 6 in that 5 minutes. You want to see? All right, boom, straight down the set, chop, nice, smooth, like a DJ, in and out.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, sometimes it's not about, you know, how much food you have on your plate, is if you could sustain yourself to the next meal. So, to me,
I asked you if there's anything that you could bring back.
Bareback.
Oh, bareback. Right.
The energy that it had around that time, but honestly, it is more of a people being so engrossed in the culture that they see the value in what we have. Because I feel like we don't see the value in what we have. the kids and the youths and them now coming around. You could see it in the pan, you could see it in Calypso, Junior Soca, Monarch and thing. And I feel like we need to have the cultures as much as we have social studies or this POB and these things. I think culture should be a part of the curriculum. So my favorite memory is seeing Super Bowl walk out on stage and just standing up and the crowd going crazy. Insane. I want to bring back that kind of fandom. That is why now I'm not running out on no stage anymore.
Is that what Garland is talking about? Heartfelt and these things where he's like, yo, we need to bring back this particular style of part.
And it's not just about saying it or arguing, but it's about now starting to realize what ingredients do you need as a feta or as a partier to emit that energy? You know, do you need us to say this or do you need the BPM to be this? And it goes straight back to Bouillon and Jab and thing. We seeing what Bouillon and Jab and thing doing. All right, cool. Now everybody can sing a Jab and everybody can sing a Bouillon. But maybe we took a little too more into it. I love Bouillon because as a vocalist who does be singing so much R&B during the year and who sings so you telling me I can sing a power love song? Move me to Dominica now. Yeah. I will dominate. So it benefits me. So at no point in time I want to be cut. I want to be a part of Bouillon. Make me a distant cousin or something. If you don't like the fact that they're saying Soca is your father, yeah, what? Forget he. If you didn't mind it, yeah, what? You have issues with he. If you didn't get it forward all these years, not me.
Yeah.
I respect you, I appreciate you, and they're seeing it. They're seeing it. People who mimic and things that they don't like or they don't respect, the industry respects it. We give you a full rating. So you don't have to say, hey, easy ranking is right now. You just rank.
Hoppy said, I asked Hoppy, what can you give to a new soca artist, like some advice? And he said, keep your day job. He right?
At the start, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Keep your day job.
Hell yeah. For me, yes. And when I started off, I was songwriting and I had a job and I was going custard. You had to keep your options open. This ain't destined for nobody. And then you're thinking, the misconception is a big song means that is it. Your career, but no, you have to show up every single year. That is why they tell artists, show up every single year. To me, the genius in him saying keep a day job is because you can't just see this as a hobby. You have to see you leaving another job for, not because it is your career, but it's still a job. You have to show up every year. Woman problem, man problem, child mother problem, child father problem, you lose a foot, you lose a kneecap, you better come out there and walk on some stilts. Because do not feel that the industry is going to pity you or wait for you. Life goes on, and that is the sad thing about it. But then again, it's kind of addictive too. Because now the minute you catch your foot in and you're prepared, you start to be over prepared. And you live with the reality that this is this. It will change. I have songs that 12 years old that people still love. Now it's a part of the catalog. Because we building something bigger. Now I could perform for 20, half an hour, 2 hours if need be. Because I have a catalog that, all right, they starting to sleep with the new song. Jamming. Oh, you know what time it is? Is that your money fall on the switch temperature one time? And that is so, to me, he is totally correct. Keep a day job. Because everybody just want to run into this game thinking, I is the next star. I am the next star. And it is promised to nobody.
Before we wrap up here, I want to ask you, why the pay gap? Why the pay gap, right? Like, you have, let's say, Boy, who's at the top, right? And then, let's say, I don't know, Preedy, right? I mean, I don't know your business, but I would say that there's a gap there. Well, why does it seem like soca artists can't get what they might be worth?
So it had two sides of looking at this coin, right? One, I just always say life unfair. So when somebody asks me, why is this not fair? I simply say life is unfair. And if life was fair, we would not be having this conversation. Sometimes it just is because it is.
Okay.
Until it isn't. the disparity is those who are doing business better than others. One, because everything is not just on a song. Those Marshall puts on a show, dancers bring value, band, but it also has the business side in the background in terms of I don't know what conversation he's having versus what my management is having. And then that comparison is unfair because he has decades in this game. So that is one. Two, the other side of the coin is what if artists not truly valuing themselves in the terms of how they start off the business, and you're running out for everybody thinking that they're going to respect you, and the next year you realize that you only as good as your last song.
Yeah.
And shit, that is something that I and all needed to
learn.
To learn also, because when you now start off in this game, you just want the opportunity. But then you realize that sometimes you send the wrong message that I am willing to just do anything for free. And it's not just promoters you're dealing with, but it's businessmen. So you can't vex a businessman for, saving money and going with that option. So to me, that is something that we all have to learn, and that is why I think that is the beauty about this game, as you remember your first big tune, you remember your first big hit on radio, then you start to reach a stage where you're getting big tunes like that. You probably can't get the shows. No, management had to show up. That is the difference, whereas that is where you start to realize that the person that get you to the station mightn't be the person that driving the train.
Word.
So sometimes you have to diversify. There's managements who, like I always say, like one of the best person I had who showed that they could take an artist from A to B was like my first manager. He was down on the ground. He grinding with you. Grinding. So different strokes for different folks. Now we playing in a whole different game where I even honored to be part of our conversation and has guys like Marshall and Kes and So for me, I still trying to figure it out. Honestly, this is a Rubik's Cube. The only thing more complicated than this is a woman, boy. Jeez, and just
I read what?
Boy, all woman, boy, all shades, colors. It I mean balling there for some darkies and Indians right now. Balling out their eyes, they don't know, Lord, what I do, we can't figure it out. So all they go and throw red woman to the thing. All but again, and we love them. That's what the industry is about too. We're confusing. You have good years, you have bad years.
Yeah. Sometimes
that, especially like the seasons, have things that beyond your control. Government change, economic turmoil, so much things going on, that preventing us from just having a average carnival. So to me, I learned a different skill this season, which is appreciating whichever level that you're on. That is why I started saying, it's just, and not only that, but something that I learned from my brethren, which is unwavering faith. You have to have unwavering faith, especially in this game. I don't have a plan B. I do have safety nets and these things. I'm now trying to put those things in place.
Okay.
But I still have unwavering faith, knowing that the youth man who believed he would have been something greater than he is has become that man. But now the man that believes he's going to be a legend has to have unwavering faith that I already on that process. And it is not as easy as I would have liked it to be, but I'm still thankful for the fact that I have the health strength to show up every day and still pelt a punch when they punch me and, take it and smile and learn and grow. Because it just making me better. I don't know if they're seeing it, but my boy, they're creating a monster, man.
Yeah, powerful.
Monster.
Yo, Preedy, last question is, I saw this on another podcast and I want to implement it, and that is for my next guest, right? Who doesn't know, who you don't know who it is, right? Pose them a question that I can ask them.
Do they believe that the mafia is greater than destiny?
Okay. Do they believe that the mafia is greater
Or
is greater than destiny?
Okay. Whatever mafia they believe in, because everybody believes in whatever different fight.
Okay.
But a lot of people talk about the mafia like it's greater than what God destined to you. Because for sure, every single artist that is an artist has their own fight, their own issue. One of my favorite lines, like talking to Kes, because when I talk to them artists, all artists and myself, man, I just always ask the questions that, you know, that when I going through something, I wish somebody who experiences would tell me. And like Kes told me that like one of his worst years was the year after he won with What Less. And it was so crazy for me because I listening to that and saying, but you don't win. And that is when he explained that the title brought on a different fight. When you reach up on a different level, it's not the same going down as the level that you saw in the earlys when you was just glad to be on a stage.
Just to be there.
No, you want to be respected. Sometimes you just want to park because they're putting you outside. Sometimes you gain 5 minutes when you contract at 15. What do you do in that situation? Yeah. Sometimes a stage manager mightn't like it because they misinterpret what you say. You know, it has so many things and so many things that I learned. I myself want to be able to have, you know, my own band one day because I come up on that band. So that's a whole different lesson on its own. Because you're seeing guys who start their band second, and stuff like that. And they going through their own, but they keeping it. But they're going through their own issues, so I want to have conversations with them to know that, all right, where's this move or where's that move? So, you know, I think the mafia always be there. You just hear it every single conversation. Yeah. In the Navy, you see it. In the Army, you see it. In police, you see it. In the bakery, somebody always has somebody that fighting there. Yeah. It always has somebody up there that either do it for some
stopping them.
Yeah, for some reason, weird reason. Most of the time, everybody want the same thing, and everybody wants success. Everybody want to win. I want to win, but for somehow, I think if you win, I wouldn't win. And to me, in my head now, I just believe nothing stopping me from winning.
That's a fact.
Either way, you slap this cup out of my hand, I have a water bottle in my back pocket. Case in point, I always say this season was a tough season, but I would spit in God's face to say it was not a good season. I mean, another title, my streaming numbers is the highest I've seen in many years. You know, if I say, well, yeah, but I could have more bookings, then I would be taking my bookings from another artist that now seeing the shine, that now getting there. So I want to be the artist that's standing up and cheering for my fellow artists, and I don't care about the ones who want to score, because I will see you for who you really are. And I want to know you for who you really are. So at least I will know, hey, when we functioning
up front in my face.
When it's time for food to share, I make sure you as a man like to see your plate looking bigger than anybody else. So here what? Half at it. But I know when it's my time to eat, I let you know, hey, I have a picture of you eating 6 macaroni pan and 3 pieces of chicken, bro. Shut up, let me eat, bro. No, shut up. Shut up, my brother. Let me eat. You're off. Because everybody feel like they need to eat all the time and they need to live. They need to be on top all the time. That is what this get you fat. Sometimes they need a diet. You need to get slim.
Yo, Preedy, we have a segment, right, called Bring the Headphones. Where we want our artists to come and touch the mic a little bit, maybe give us a little piece of what they're working on, or in your case, a freestyle. I mean, you already did that, but we could do it again. If I bring you the headphones, you'll...
Yeah. It's no music. That's.
Nah, we could bring the music. It could be whatever. If you have a new song that you want to promote, then we'll cut that up for you. Bring the headphones. Bring the headphones.
Pretty, no love for me, just bring more rum for me. I don't wanna hear no love song, I just wanna drink rum and just have fun. Oh, and she don't wanna hear no love song, she just wanna drink rum and take a jam down. Forget love tonight, revive, cause we will have a good time. No love, just run and vibe, cause you have a good time. Hey, bend down and just gimme, bend down and just gimme, bend down and just gimme waist. Hey, bend down and just gimme, bend fighting for love, but it's not fighting for me. So not this time, I live in drama free, cleansing my energy. I doing what I want, drinking what I want, I jam in who I want. Nothing can slow me down, cause I have love for you. No one that is done, cause I replace my heart with a bottle of rum. Forget love tonight, revive, cause we will have a good time. Oh, no love, just rum and vibe, cause we will have a good time. I don't wanna hear no love song, I just wanna drink rum and just have fun. Oh, and she don't wanna hear no love song, she just wanna drink rum and take a jam down. Hey, 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 bend down and just gimme, bend down and just gimme, bend down and just gimme waist. Hey, 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 bend down and just gimme, bend down and just gimme, bend down and just gimme waist. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause life to bless, yeah. So don't ask me why I'm not dealing with next time stress. I was starting fresh, yes. Nothing is stopping me, only good energy. I had to let you go, so I gave you my soul. I will be on the road, and I'm a jamming low. Promise my therapy, I will be hearing me. It's where I wanna be, it's outside with my team. Forget love tonight, revive, cause we will have a good time. No love, just fun and vibe, cause we will have a good time. I don't wanna hear no love song, I just wanna drink rum and just have fun. Oh, and she don't wanna hear no love song, she just wanna drink rum and take a jam down.
Mud! Bro,
Yeah.
that was mad. I appreciate you, man, and thank you again for coming through. You know,
All you know, I used to write for Sizwe. He didn't put out any interview, you know, but I used to write for him in the earlys. And I started off as a songwriter. And I used to write for him, and one of my greatest joys was, he wouldn't himself understand, was being able to put that on my son's birth paper, because I was a new father the first time, that I am a songwriter. I was so proud because I was actually making a salary. Like, them fellas was paying me good money, US too. And we would play for a couple of years. Some of the songs was good songs. Most of the songs, all the songs was good songs. But you know, successes. And to be here having this conversation, I don't think you understand how far that went. You believing in my skill as a songwriter, a young songwriter who, yes, I write 5 songs for Marsha and everybody in the industry. But, you know, working with you, it honestly was what helped to prepare me, because it was not only practice, but it was business relationship, understanding my value. You never approach me for a free song and these things. So I appreciate that. Like, man.
Respect my brother.
Yeah, man.
No problem. I'm waiting for the next one.
Don't worry, I'll let Idris' son play any movie and then make the documentary about me. I'll let Idris' son play, man.
Yo, once again, it's your friend Sizwe. This is what they do. We got big guests, and Preedy was just another one, right? So don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, man, and we'll see you with the next episode, yeah? Once again, this is, where's he seen? Mud.